To politics now. We've got just 1 week left until Nova Scotians head to the polls. And NDP leader Gary Burrell says candidates going door to door in this election are hearing more concerns about health care than any other issue. That's why he and PC leader Jamie Bailey are both focusing in on it in this final full week of the spring campaign. Burrell says although Liberal leader Stephen McNeil may not see it as a crisis, it is one.
It certainly is a crisis from the point of view of the person in the hospital bed who's waiting week in and week out and season in and season out for a place in a nursing home somewhere in the province. But we know that this bed here is one bed more than the total number of beds that the McNeil Liberals have opened up in nursing homes in the province in the course of the last 3.5 years.
Stephen McNeil is not backing down from his claim that healthcare in Nova Scotia is not at a crisis point. He made the statement during last week's CBC Leaders Debate, and both opposition party leaders have taken him to task for it. But McNeil is willing to concede that healthcare is the key issue in the campaign.
Healthcare is the #1 issue in every election I've been in since 1999. There's absolutely no question about that. Are there challenges within the healthcare system across the province? Of course there are. I've been in communities where they're looking for access to family physicians or looking for collaborative care units to be built.
And PC leader Jamie Bailey will continue to ramp up healthcare talk on the campaign trail tomorrow. He's holding a special healthcare-themed rally tomorrow night in South Berwick.
The party leaders were making their pitch to Halifax Council today. They were invited to address issues of concern in the capital city. Paul Withers was there, and he joins us now from City Hall. Good evening, Paul.
Well, good evening to you, Amy. You know, what voters decide to do in Metro Halifax could well decide the outcome of this election. Just ask Stephen McNeil, who last time took 18 of 20 Metro seats on his way to a majority government. For the party leaders, today's council appearance was an opportunity to appeal directly to Metro voters, and so they did.
I have a vision too, though, of a new art center, a new art gallery on the waterfront. I think it's time.
The time has come for the province to recognize the provincial capital district and make the investments in it necessary to make the core of Halifax a proud provincial capital.
A commitment to provide up to $5 million per year in core funding to support the operating costs of commuter rail.
In addition to perennial wish list items like commuter rail, City Hall wants the Halifax Charter broadened to give it more power to deliver services without having to go to the province. For example, to encourage the use of solar energy, the city has come up with a program, but it requires the legislature to amend the charter. Halifax wants a legal definition inserted into the charter known as natural person powers that would give it the power to do what an ordinary individual can do under law.
To be perfectly frank, I don't know what that means.
Perhaps like you, Stephen McNeil had never heard of that term, but he did promise to make it easier for the city to deliver more programs without provincial government approval. None of the leaders committed to natural person powers per se.
Whether this is the best way to expedite HRM initiatives or not is not entirely clear to me at the moment.
Of course, there is an election on. Jamie Bailey used his appearance to criticize the Liberals for planning the Bayers-like outpatient centre without adequate consultation with the city.
It caused HRM city planners to say, we're not sure that's the right location, that's a congested place, we're not sure we can get bus service there. I'm here to tell you that that would not happen under a Jamie Bailey progressive conservative government.
Well, for his part, again, Stephen McNeil defended the new outpatient centre, saying it will offer easier access to people coming into Metro from outside the city. On commuter rail, both McNeil and Bailey would not commit to it directly, saying it needs more study. Amy?
All right, thank you, Paul. Paul Withers live at Halifax City Hall for us tonight.